Hello and welcome to this tutorial, which is just to introduce you to three of the DAWs that we're going to be using: Bandlab, GarageBand, and Pro Tools Intro. And just to take you through the steps, the basic steps to recording your first track. So this is really for beginners of DAWs, Digital Audio Workstations. And we're going to continue with the tune that we've been using last time, which is the main theme from Interstellar, a simplified version of it, for two parts, melody and harmony. And let's get started. So here we are in Bandlab. If you don't have an account, you can just sign up for a free one using your Gmail or on bandlab.com. And then once you log in, you can just click on create and it'll bring you to this page here where you can create music and record it in the browser. So it's really quite powerful. So the first thing we want to do is change the key and the tempo so that they match the song that we're trying to record. In this case, Interstellar, the time signature is 3/4. So by default, it would be 4/4. So just click here and choose 3/4 instead. And then for the time signature for this particular track is 90 BPM. So just click on there and type in 90 BPM. I've already done it. And the third thing we want to do is just click on this icon here, the metronome, which will give us a click track that we can use to play along and keep in time. So I'm just going to rename our first track to Melody. And we've got a piano sound. Now, I would recommend using a MIDI keyboard or a MIDI controller plugged in by USB, but I know some of you don't have one of those yet, so that's okay. We're just going to use musical typing today. So again, the tune is very simple. It's basically a rising scale starting on A with the E note on the top in each case. So let's record. We just need to click on the record button and the click track will start playing. I'll let it play for a bar or two before I start playing along, and then we'll stop. Okay, and then we click stop and we can see our notes visually represented. These are MIDI notes, digital information. So the music is recorded as digital data that we can manipulate. And now we're going to create the second track. So let's click on add track. We'll choose virtual instrument. We're going to keep it as a studio grand piano just to keep it simple here. But this time we're going to change this to harmony. And again, we'll just click record and we can start playing. For the left hand, the notes are F, G, A, B, and F, G, A, G. So it rises and falls. So let's go. Click record. And there we go. So we've got our recording. Let's just listen to the first part of it. You can turn off the metronome. There we go. And then in Bandlab, we can export this just by going project, download, mix down as. So if you want one with no compression, you can go for a WAV file, or I'm just going to go for a high quality MP3 here, which is small but high quality. And then it gets downloaded to your downloads folder, and you can just play it. Okay, so that's Bandlab. And now we're going to try GarageBand. So open up GarageBand on your computer, open up a new project, and you can go with keyboard collection. And then we're going to have a number of sounds that we can start with. Again, we want to change the two settings that we did in Bandlab, which is the time signature to 3/4, and the tempo, we want to change it to 90. Okay, so let's see what we have here. We've got a Steinway grand piano. Can open up the musical typing in GarageBand as well. And you can hear the tone is slightly different, even though it's the same instrument. It's got a crisper sound. Now we're going to use a different voice for this one, just to keep it interesting for ourselves. So let's see what else we have here. Electric piano, organ. Let's put the octave up on that, see how it sounds. There is an organ in the original, but let's see what else. Lots of different sounds to play around with. That's pretty good. We might come back to that in a minute. That's cool as well. Nice. But no, we're going to go with Dream Voice, I think. So let's try this one. And we'll do the same recording. This time we just click record up here. The metronome is on by default, so we don't need to turn it on. We'll click record and we should hear the click track. Okay, and let's see. Maybe we can use a different sound for the harmony. No, we'll keep it just the same. So let's see if we can just reassign this one to Dream Voice. If we can find it. Dream. You can always search if you just type in Dream up here. Dream Voice. Or there's Dream Strings. Let's try that. Let's use Dream Strings for a change, just to have a different tone on the melody and harmony. And again, we just make sure we're at the start, press record again. And you'll notice that I'm just waiting an extra bar here just to join in, so we make sure we get the first note. And click record, and here we go. Now we have a slight issue here, which is that the strings are too loud compared to the other voice. So we can adjust the volume here, but I'm just going to switch it to Dream Voice to see what it sounds like. I'm just curious. So we have the same voice on both harmony and melody. That sounds really nice, actually. So that's the great thing about MIDI is even after you record it, you can change the voice to something else just by selecting the MIDI data and reassigning to a different voice. So I think that works really well. In GarageBand, we can export by using the share option here. Share, export song to disk. And then you can choose the format that you want, MP3, the quality, and then you can just save it wherever you want to. I'll just put it in my downloads folder. Interstellar and export. And it's pretty quick, just goes through. And then you can open up your download folder and you can see and have a quick listen to it. So this has been just a quick tutorial on how to use digital audio workstations to do some basic recording steps of MIDI music using a MIDI keyboard or musical typing in Bandlab and GarageBand.